Hi everybody, it's Sanguine Sweetheart. I've returned. Um yeah, uh I've returned. My computer got fixed. I managed to get it fixed thanks to a friend and his brother. So now it's back up and running as normally would. And for anybody who is new or anybody who's old who did not see the previous video, I'm going to explain further what happened. If you've already seen the previous video, I will have a timestamp down on where to skip in order to actually get the explanation of what happened, and you're gonna be fairly surprised on what the outcome was once I got my computer repaired. So basically, what had happened is one day my computer just up and started crashing at random, and the thing is that it had various different random crash codes that popped up. And it wasn't a blue screen of death, it was more of a black screen, oops, you ran into an error, and it shows the error at the bottom. Now, the thing is that since it was random error codes, I never got the chance to figure out whether or not if the error codes were like accurate or something of the sort, or if there was something I could do with those error codes, to make it easier on me to figure out how to fix my computer. But I could never figure it out. I then went out of my way to restart my computer and completely like wipe, not wipe, more of reinstall Windows 11. And Windows 11, after the reinstall, the error code kept happening, and I don't know where my actual boot hard micro hard drive or micro little drive that I have, my little thumb drive that I have that has Windows 11 on it I got from CyberPower. I don't know where that went. So I was kind of SOL trying to figure out how to fix the issue. But I took it over to a friend's place after I had exhausted all my options, and at first we thought it was a hardware issue. Now, when I got over to his place and I said it was a possible hardware issue, I already had a bunch of scenarios down in my head. It was either A, the RAM was going bad, B, the GPU was going bad, C, the CPU was going bad, or D, the SSDs were going bad, or E, the motherboard was about to frickin' combust, and my computer was foobar at that point. And I tried doing an OS check to see if that fixed anything, but nothing happened. Literally, as I said, whole reinstall, nothing happened. And when I tried to repair, I got an error every time I tried. So I never figured out what the issue was. So I took it over to a friend, and his brother went looked into it. He did the stress test for both RAM and my GPU and CPU. They all ran completely fine, no crashes. And then when he gave it to me to do some gaming testing, along with this video included, I played on my laptop, opened at least 4 games, one of them being more graphically taxing, based off of requirements, and all of them ran perfectly fine. As a matter of fact, way better than what I had the settings before with the recent updates and driver updates and such. And aside from that, aside from running fine, no crashes for at least 2 hours. Literally, I played on my laptop for about 2 hours and had no issues whatsoever. Now, here's the kicker. For some strange reason, we do not know what caused the error with my PC, the constant crashing. As soon as he did the whole boot repair with Windows 11, after all of that, the PC ran normal. I checked OBS, Koikatsu, Left 4 Dead, 7 Days to Die. I was planning on opening the Species Unknown demo or Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2, but I didn't. I just uninstalled uh, those games and didn't bother. But even with Left 4 Dead on with mods, like this is like I think 90 plus mods installed. Even then, it ran really smoothly. It ran extremely well for like absolutely no friggin' reason. I never don't know what was going on. I, I and we still don't know to this day. And my theory of what may have happened to my PC, and this goes to everybody who's getting a new PC, whether it's pre-built, you built it on your own, or it's a hand-me-down from a friend, and he's planning on giving you new parts to like spruce it up, make it better at some point. It is crucial that you listen when I say this. The potential possibility of my PC being corrupted or damaged from something other than the hardware could have been the updates for my Intel, my Nvidia, and my Windows updates combined. Like the driver updates and the Intel updates for Nvidia and Intel, those driver updates. What could have potentially happened is that I might have accidentally installed all my driver updates all at once and then restarted my computer, even though it's not like recommended to install all driver updates and then restart your computer. It's recommended for you to install one update at a time and then restart, because it gives the computer time to think and allocate where the information needs to go. And it's kind of threw me for a loop, because as I said, we kind of still don't know what caused the issue. And since it wasn't a hardware issue, more or less, it could have been what I did on accident with those, but even then, we're still unsure. So I'm just gonna chalk it up to mismanagement and poor, what's the word? Like, poor caretaking of my PC. And at this point, I've now made some rules. Over time, as I've been away from like using my laptop and stuff, I've come to a lot of things that are coming my way. I have a job coming my way like, immediately as soon as I get done with one of the things they want me to do, and then I'll be able to make some money. I'm planning on buying a Steam Deck so I can play games on the go for the time being, because I realized how much I love playing games on the go, and I will only reserve my laptop for light gaming. And when I mean by light, I mean literally like minimal gaming on the list. Like, I don't have a lot of games I can literally pop in my Steam right now. The only things that I have literally installed on Steam at this current moment is 7 Days to Die, Ace Bright, Atlas, Bonsai Escape 2, Subterranean, Bloodstained, Bullet Hell Monday, Final, Castlevania Advanced and Dominus Collection, Doom 1 and 2 Collection, Elder Scrolls 2 Daggerfall, Final Fantasy, the first one, Goblin Cleanup, Heretic and Hexen, Left 4 Dead 2, Lunacid, both mech collections for Mega Man Battle Network and the collection for Mega Man Zero, Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Battle Destiny Remastered, Myco Punk, OBS, Pop Goes Arcade, Sentry, Signalis, Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, Soundpad, Void Train, Wallpaper Engine, and Whisper Mountain Outbreak. Those are the only games that I have installed, and from my storage, they barely take up any room. I literally have 460 gigs of space left on my PC, and that was me uninstalling a bunch of other games in the process, along with mods and other junk that I don't have. I don't have GZ Doom anymore. I'm planning on probably reinstalling Dragon's Dogma Online and installing Dragon's Dogma the original, but those are probably the only two games afterwards. I probably will reinstall PPSSPP again, but I'm not too sure if I'm going to keep that on there. I might reserve the Steam Deck for emulation and like real hardcore gaming for myself. But other than that, though, we still don't know what the issue was. But the good thing is that the PC runs perfectly fine. There's no issues, no nothing. I will limit my use for it. I will only be doing editing, Koikatsu stuff, Sprite stuff, and low tier gaming, whether it be old AAA games like OG games like Left 4 Dead and stuff like that, or like indie games that I have. I'm only going to be focusing on those, and I'm also going to want to get my Steam Deck. That's where all my gaming is going to go. And not to mention, I'm also going to be turning my PC off more often, because I would always put it to sleep, but for some reason it would always wake up in the middle of the night for no reason, and it would be running for literally I don't know how long while I'm asleep, especially with my second monitor on. So yeah, I need to take care of my technology, especially since my laptop is technically my only lifeline that I have until I get a Steam Deck, and even then, in this world, you still technically need a computer in order to like navigate the world to a degree, depending on what you do, whether it be like schooling, jobs, and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's been some of the events has been going on ever since my laptop freaking broke. So, to a degree, so I've been just have a game plan, and I will stick to that game plan and make sure everything gets, right as rain. I've been taking care of myself, working out, writing down in my journals more. I have 2 journals. One of them is my productive journal, and one of them is my personal journal. I've been writing down in those more. I've been watching more movies. Recently watched Sinners, Salem's Lot, both Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2, and there was another movie I watched. I don't recall what it was. I finished Goofy Movie for like the 100th time as a kid. And I was planning on watching Akira, but I got removed off of Hulu, which is a bummer. But then again, yeah, just trying to keep myself occupied and be a lot more, productive and healthy for myself. So, while will still be producing content, it's gonna be, as I said, a little bit more sparse until I get my Steam Deck. Maybe my editing style will change. Maybe I'll add a few other things. But other than that, though, hope you guys enjoyed the video and the update. And I will see you guys in my next video. Who knows what it might be. Take care, everybody.